YouTube, it is I, Sakarma, coming at you with some 1v1 action at Total Brohammer here. Little Goblin on Norska fight. Yeah, fun times. So I'm bringing you my patented Goblin build, which is, pretty much interchangeable. I bring it against a lot of different factions. Against the Ollie 25 Dixons, pardon me, Norska. Pardon me again, double burp hammer. Speaking of double things, double mammoth. I actually saw a rainbow yesterday, guys. It wasn't a double rainbow. It was only a single rainbow, so I felt pretty chinsed. But still, double mammoth, pretty cool. But one thing I want to note about these mammoths is look at these sad, sad eyes. Oh my god. I mean, I know chaos is evil and monstrous and, destructive and all that, but just look at these poor guys. I mean, first of all, his skin does look very much like a nutsack, and it's obviously been flayed. It does not look like he's in good repair. There's chains everywhere. These looks like stabs. And if you look in this tuchus over here, it also looks like a lot of balls. Of course, he's been gelded because, for chaos, so no more balls for you. And then there are, you look like balls, but you have no balls. That's Jesus. That's the ultimate insult to injury. And then of course he's riddled with arrows, and those are not mine. Those are Norska's arrows, although they don't have any archer units. So interesting, little bit of a break in continuity there, but still, I guess he could have been fighting. Doesn't matter. Anyways, these poor bastards, their eyes are so sad. So the goblins, being the happy-go-lucky motherfuckers they are, look at their faces. They're just ready to party. Look at those big old smiles. I love goblins. So yeah, you have Team Happy versus Team Despair, and we're going to try to put those guys out of their misery. So with that out of the way, let's go over my list. I've got the patented skirmisher group of Morgrim's Major Marauders and the Death Creepers. I've got a couple of chevroned up Night Goblins. I've got 2 Regiments of Renown Night Goblins. Of course, the Warlord's Boys and the 8 Peak Loonies. Got the Ragnarok Queen. I have the Queen, Night Goblin War Boss, the Night Goblin Shaman, and the Goblin Big Boss on a Wolf. Why do I bring him on a Wolf? Because it saves you an extra 100 spend. It makes him faster. And this guy already applies poison, so I don't really need him to apply poison as well. So I like that. I have a Wolf Rider there alongside a Forest Goblin Spider Rider, which I have a few chevrons in because I had some extra spend, just to, harass the back line. A couple of Trolls, chevron to gold, to deal with familiars and stuff like that if I had to. And then the Goblin Firing Squad of the Rusty Arrows and the Night Goblin Archers. So that's my build. Meanwhile, over here, double Mammoth build. We've got the 2 Mammoths, of course. One of them is carrying Wolfric. One of them is just carrying War. A couple of Marauder Berserkers, 4 of them actually. A couple of Javelins, 3 Spearmen, and then 2 Marauders. And yeah, I like his little formation. It's neat. And of course, a Skin Wolf Werekin, which is a very good unit, I think, against Greenskins. It has speed, it has anti-large, it has regeneration. There's just a lot that the Greenskins can bring to hard counter the Skin Wolf Werekin, of course, and there's no fire damage on the Greenskin roster. So yeah, nice. Oh, come on, Degradation of Rome. I'm just going to guess. Oh, nice. Oh, no, that's speed up. That's regular speed. Got it. Fuck you, Degradation of Roma. I don't even know who that is. So I got it. Alright, so we're playing here. Right away, we're going to get some, nice skirmishing some skirmishing action, rather, into his War Mammoth, doing a little bit of damage. Of course, they do have, like, 11,000 health, but that's fine. We are going to get some damage on his Skin Wolf, but of course he can heal, so that's not the greatest target, but what can you do? The good thing about the Goblin squad is that people underestimate it. I think you're going to see my opponent do that here. Right away with Wolfric, he's going to get a little bit Mammoth Wild. He's going to go way ahead of his troops. Wolfric, he is the ultimate challenger. His word is, what is it? What is his line? My challenge is unmistakable, or unrefutable, irrefutable, something like that. But he's going to come right in with Wolfric and try and, muck up my lines. And of course, he's going to do a ton of damage to these Night Goblins. But these guys are expendable. They're goblins. They're meant to die. If they're not dying, the battle's not going the right way. Something's wrong. But yeah, he brings Wolfric in, and right away, that's a huge mistake. And you're going to see why. First of all this ranged firepower is focused on him, and he has no support from his infantry. Meanwhile, don't forget that the Tormentor Sword, or the Night Goblin War Boss still has Tormentor Sword. So we're going to get a nice hit. But first he does a great Sea Fang right down my line. Just does a ton of damage. I was too busy trying to get Wolfric, so that was a good move. But I'm going to Tormentor Sword him. He is stuck now. He can't move. He's getting shot to shit. And just look how quickly he dies. I mean, in literal seconds, he's going to go down. We are going to bring this Mammoth down. And that's where all those we're going to add to his collection of arrows, and we're going to put this poor guy out of his misery, who also has very sad eyes. And he is going to close those eyes one last time as we put him down. And then, he does a last little roar of defeat, and he's dead, and so is no mercy, he says. And so is Wolfric. Wolfric is dead. No mercy. Over here, these Trolls are doing okay damage against the Mammoth, but of course the Mammoth is giving it back pretty well. And something to note, actually, that I didn't think about, is that Berserkers actually do okay against Trolls. if only because they have crazy high weapon strength at 46. Of course, these are not infantry units, but still, at 46 weapon strength, and considering they only have 40 armor, these guys are pretty well suited to taking out trolls, something I didn't really consider. But in the front line, the Ragnarok Spider is doing very, very well. I've been able to get my light cav into the back line and clean up some Marauder Hunters with javelins, as well as pin down the Skin Wolf Werekin and prevent him from fighting. That's with some of the Queen's Spider hatchlings. Over here, we are killing these Marauder Berserkers, and the right flank is pretty much won in a resounding defeat. Wulfric's corpse lays over there, buried under his Mammoth, and it's just, and then just a bunch of Marauders just walked right through his corpse. You thought they smelled bad on the outside. Anyways, well, we're shooting these guys down as they're trying to charge after my my archers, but, you know, it's not the end of the world. These are just marauders, and we're going to be able to outpace them. Meanwhile, I have some Night Goblins coming back who actually could probably kill those guys. They almost certainly can with the Poison addition, even if they do have bonuses from those rampaging mechanics. But really, my opponent's real main problem is that I've been able to lock down his Marauder Hunter Javelins. I've been able to kill them, wipe them off the field, and there's not a whole lot they have to take down this Ragnarok Queen, especially with the aid of magic. My opponent did not bring magic, which is an interesting move. I rarely think it's a good idea to not bring magic, unless you're dwarves, and then you can't. Over here, he is trying to hunt down my Night Goblin Shaman, which is a good move with the Skin Wolf Werekin, but it's fine. I mean, I'm doing a lot of damage to his War Mammoth, and he's going to try and bring him over here to help to support. And they're going to bring some... Actually, that's actually not bad with these Marauder Spearmen and these guys fighting my Leadership Corps, because they don't have the greatest armor, 35 and 55. So again, not a bad pick. But really the problem here is that I have all my archers pretty much online. They were able to chase off some rusty arrows, but some recovering Night Goblins were able to put enough of an impediment to these guys' progress that we were able to shoot them down. And meanwhile, the trolls are coming back. We are, you know, killing his infantry, just doing some cycle charging. We're out of fire. We're out of ammo on these Major Marauders, so we're just going to use them to cycle charge now, get some damage in. I am trying to kill his Werekin, but of course his Werekin will destroy the Goblin Big Boss, as you'd expect. But we've got a lot of poison in, we got a lot of archers in. Our magic is back. He was not able to hunt him off the field, and of course, I believe he has stalk. He does, so he can't see him, so that's pretty good on my part. It's good for me, rather. Wasn't like I did it on purpose. I am going to send... Oh, nice. We're going to get some Spider on Mammoth action. Some sweet, sweet Spider on Mammoth. I want to get this angle. It's better. So, yeah, he is just going to town on these poor Viking warriors. The Mammoth is, you know, running away, obviously. But, wow, this is... How cool is this, eh? Some spiders. Giant Spider fighting Giant Mammoth. Both of them have guys on the back throwing... These ones throwing javelins. These ones shooting little arrows. Of course, Team Happy versus Team Sad. Oh, look at that guy fire. This naked goblin. Adorable. I just love their smiles. They seem so happy. But now we're in melee here. He's getting poisoned. It's not really a fight he wants to be in. Let's do a quick comparison of the stats. Let's pause that. Nice. Look at that fight. And we're getting up right up in that ass. We are getting up in that ass. And we are actually ass level. We are right where his junk used to be. And we're going to put even more pain in that area in a minute. Let's see... Stat comparison. Of course, he's being buffed by Wah and Sneak Stab and all this crazy stuff. So right now he has 115 melee, which is crazy high. But yeah, 436 weapon strength, you know, and decent melee stats against. Yeah, so about the same. Of course, he's anti-infantry. He's not anti-anything, but he does do poison, both on missile and infantry. I think are these anti-infantry? Bonus versus large. Oh, so he does have a bonus versus large on his missile damage, but it's not going to do a terrible amount against the Ragnarok. Of course, he does have way more health than the Ragnarok Queen does, but she'll be okay. She'll overcome that. Anyways, let's get back to the game. So we're just doing some good damage in the back here, and he's starting to flee, and yeah, that's going to be it for the Norscan tribe here as we clean up the remainder of his infantry. So let's just speed it up as this sad he takes his sad eyes and leaves the field. A lot of my units are coming back, but again, it's all pretty much over. The only unit they have left is the Werekin. And even though Werekins have won matches for factions in Warhammer 1, I think Warhammer 2 is going to be a little bit harder for them to be as effective, only because of the prevalence of giant units and, you know, nets and all that good stuff. So GG my opponent. Was a fun battle. I like the double Mammoth build. I think you should bring a caster, if you don't mind. It's a little bit of advice, friendly advice. Definitely bring a caster. Could have helped a lot. But other than that, yeah, I don't mind the build at all. I think really where it fell apart was I was able to get these guys in the back line, and he went a little too hog wild with Wulfric the Wanderer. I mean, Wulfric wandered right into my front line and just basically, he never wandered away. He never wandered out. He came in, but he never came out. So yeah, it was a tough situation to lose Wulfric right off the bat. At the same time, goblins are tricky to plan for. You never quite know what you're going to see. I think the Ragnarok has a good place in this battle because her spiderlings can help ward off hunters. She can also apply poison across the front lines, and I think she will do decently against Famirs and, you know, some of the bigger monsters you expect to see out of Norska. But yeah, Dual Mammoth build, very interesting. Nice to see Ollie Dixon GG. Ollie 25 Dixon, sorry, in case 21 through, or 24 through 1. Don't want to be confused with you. Maybe you've got a bad past, who knows. But yeah, Team Happy versus Team Despair, and Team Happy emerged victorious. So score one for the good guys. Alright guys, and that'll be it for me. I'll see you around the bend.